Uptober for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at a crucial point and need to decide where to go. Either it will go to 30k or back to 22k. Let's find it out in today's analysis. Hello people, I'm the NakedTrader and today I will analyze Bitcoin USDT, UDEMY, TRON USDT, CHAINLINK USDT, RIVIAN Automotive Incorporated and ETHEREUM. So let's check this sheet of the monthly returns overall the past years, and as you can see, here's October. Almost every year was in green except 1 year not. That was 2014 minus 12.95%, and the rest of the years all in green. Big numbers, 60%, 47% up, 39% up. So let's see how 2023 will end. Hopefully in green. And from here, I will go to the weekly performance of the crypto market. Overall, it has been a green week. Some big numbers here: GMX, Maker, Compound, and only a few of the top 100 in red: XRD, WeMix, TON, and the day performance also green, so that's very nice. And from here, let's see how the current sentiment is. It's neutral, 42, 24-hour volume, 30 billion, and a total market cap of 1.08 trillion. Okay, and from here, let's go to the stock market performance of last week. We have the full chart over here, and overall is a mixed sentiment, some red, some green. NVIDIA was green with 4.54% last week. Apple red, more than 2% down. Google slightly up. Meta slightly up. Amazon down. The utilities are all in red. So this was the performance sheet of the stock market last week. And from here I will go to Bitcoin USDT. I will make last week's plan invisible. And let's start at the monthly, as we just started with a new month. So September ended green. And on the monthly chart, we held the low that was the top over here. So we have a low and high, and hopefully this is the higher low going to the next run up. So on the monthly chart it looks very nice. And now let's go to the weekly. Also on the weekly we held the low over here, so very nice. And now it's trying to go up. Okay. And from the weekly I will go to the daily. And I will make last week's plan visible. So currently at the crucial point, here the 27,258 area. That was the previous high. First it rejected over here, that was a few days ago, Thursday, Friday. And now the pressure is still upwards. And hopefully it will push through, and aiming for the next test around 29,000, I think. So if we manage to break through here, then we will have a pullback, and an entry around 27,250 will be nice. And if Bitcoin don't manage to break through here and keep rejecting, then it will go back and test lower levels, probably around 22,590. So this one is still in play. Okay. It held a nice low here, higher low of this one. Okay, so now it needs to decide where to go. And from Bitcoin, I will go to UDEMY, starting at the weekly chart. After a long way down, tried to consolidate over here in this range, went lower, consolidate for a few weeks over here, and then pushed up. So what do we see? This was the last drop off which caused the all-time low, and it is gained over here, and now is holding the last low, creating a higher low. So hopefully it will print a higher high. Let me add some levels. Okay, and let's change to the daily. If you are not in a position yet, then maybe a late entry around $9.12. Let's go to the 4 hours. Okay. So I will add some scenarios. Either here a test around $12, $13 pullback, entry around $9.98, and then the next test around $16. If you miss the entry, then of course here around $9.12 with a test of $12.12. Or rejection here at 11:35, and then it will go back either to the start of the impulse, but we don't prefer to come there, because if we losing the low here of $8.58, then we will see new all-time lows. So yeah, these are the plans for UDEMY Incorporated, and from UDEMY I will go to TRON USDT. Starting at the weekly chart, I do want to clean up this chart and I want to start over. Okay, what are we seeing? The overall trend is upwards. So probably this is a nice entry. Okay, I will add some levels. Interesting. Okay, and from the weekly I will change to the daily. And let's go back in the past, see what we can find. Yes, okay. So what can we expect from TRON the coming days? So either the late entry at around 8.3 cents and trying to aim for the 10.5 cents. If there is another rejection at the 9 cents, entry around 7.8 cents. Also trying to aim for the 10.5 cents. Or we will test immediately the 10.5 cents, then pull back around 8.3 cents, aiming for higher levels, and that will be 11.7 cents. So yes, these are the scenarios for TRON USDT, and from TRON I will go to Link. Okay, let's make this invisible. Starting at the weekly chart. So this was a nice consolidating zone since 2022 May. So that's more than a year. Now trying to go up. No weekly gain yet of this last drop off. That is possible coming week if today's candle will be closed above $7.91. So interesting, about 14 hours to close today's candle, and perhaps next week can be a weekly gain. If so, then it's very interesting to look for a long entry. Okay, we are at the daily chart now, and I will make the plan, the previous plan visible. Probably this one is charted somewhere in July. Okay, this one, as you can see, this one played out quite well. Then this should have been the entry. I had drawn it at here at $6.25, but it got front rounded over here. But if you entered more aggressive, then you could have played it and make more than 23%. So congratulations if you did. And else if you entered here, then you could have had also a profit of more than 30%. So congratulations. Now I will remove the plans and the brushes. Okay, we are at a crucial point also here, and why I will explain. This was the last previous high, and we are testing it here. Currently still rejecting and printing a higher high. So we do want to see the gain after this, and if it is a gain, then you can look for a long entry. Okay. So I will add some scenarios. Either the gain and test the $9.48, then you can enter quite aggressive at $8.19 here and trying to leave the current range, testing $12.14, and with the current range, that I mean this whole area here, this is the range where I've been trading since May 2022. So we leave the range, test the top of the range, and exit, go to a new range. Yeah. Okay, if there is a rejection, then there are multiple entries, because at the daily chart, the higher you want to, the higher you hold, the better it is. But I prefer to enter more passive. So because you're keeping away your risk reward. If you enter here after a rejection, your risk reward is not in balance. So then I prefer to enter lower, let's say around $6.62, and trying to go up from there, or even lower, say here around the start of the impulse, around $6.08. Because it already went up a lot, 33%. So you can enter aggressive after the gain to leave the range, and else I will go for the most defensive entry here, the low, and try to defend it and play the range again. Yes? So these are the scenarios for Link USDT, and from Link I will go to RIVIAN Automotive Incorporated, and I will start at the weekly chart, and I will make the last plan invisible. Also at an interesting point, currently Wait. Currently, we are here testing the drop off and trying to break it. So let's go to the daily. At the daily, you can see it too. That was the drop off, and now we are testing it here. This one is nice, a higher low of this low. And now, very important, what will happen if it managed to break through. That will be very nice. So I will make the scenarios of a few weeks ago visible. Okay. This was the original test of the low here. And this higher low is actually the test of the test. I'm not a fan of playing the test of the test, but it is possible, of course. So, okay, actually, the scenarios will be quite similar as a few weeks ago. Either we will gain this whole range, go back, test around $25, aiming for higher levels, and that is around $36, $40. Yeah. Or we will reject, and that can be either where we currently are at $24, $25, somewhere here between 25 and 27. If we reject, then we will go back to here, the last resistance area, and that is around $15.80. If $15.80 level doesn't hold support, then we will test $13.50, which is the original low which caused the high over here. And let me see this one. And this one also still in play. So if there is a rejection, then a test of the previous resistance area of $15.80 is likely, and then a retest of $25 and trying to break it. So actually all scenarios are still in play. So these are the scenarios for RIVIAN Automotive Incorporated, and from RIVIAN, okay, we will go to Ethereum. Excuse me for the sound issues at RIVIAN at the last moment. I also had problems with Ethereum, and that's why I'm doing this last video for Ethereum again. So, okay, let's start at the monthly chart. As you can see, September was slightly green. October is trying to go up also. Here September, we held the low over here, what was the top resistance of the range here. So that's very nice. And let's go to the weekly. Here you can see it too. Let me remove the brushes. The only thing is what's not so nice of Ethereum is this was a low. A lower high as we seen it from here, and a lower low. This was a loss of the range over here, but we still held the low range over here. Okay. and I will make the plans visible. Okay, so what can we expect from Ethereum as we go to the daily chart? This is nice. We do have daily gains from the last high over here. Over here we have the daily gains from the drop off over here. So let's see if we can test this high over here, the 1720, then a pullback, and then aiming to break the 1720. This scenario was still valid. So either we break the 1720 and test this big drop off over here, the 1845, pullback, entry around 1668, and then aiming for around 1900. And if Ethereum fails support level of 1643, then the next test is at 1590. But I don't prefer to see this test anymore, as I want to leave the range, this range here. So in test of 1720, pullback, entry at 1643 to test 1720 and higher, or the best scenario is go straight up from where we are, test of 1845, pullback with entry at 1668 and test the 1900. So don't forget, if you have any requests, just leave it down in the comments below and I might chart it in the next episode. Enjoy your Sunday, subscribe, join Team NakedTrader and smash the like button. Thank you guys and laters.